As artists, we're always looking for this inspiration, but sometimes you have to go out and get inspiration yourself. What are you, just like an Argentinian mobster today? You're just a Spanish drug cartel?
I'm in the Caribbean, my guy. I'm just chilling. What's up?
Where do you, or slash, how do you find inspiration as an artist?
So I guess like a lot of the times I look on Instagram and TikTok and I see what some of these like photographers are doing just to kind of like get ideas. But I feel like if I do the same thing that they're doing, it's just gonna be copycat stuff. It does stick in the back of my head. Then later I can kind of use that towards future projects, I think. And that goes for all things. It goes for like colors, interior design, any kind of painting, any kind of stuff like that, that all kind of gets saved into the database. It's available for use in the future.
So I've been wanting to do more artistic things. I've been so focused on business that I need to get back to doing creative. But I've been struggling with like, what do I shoot? I don't know what to create. So I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole and try to find some inspiration today. One of the things I like to shoot are these cinematic photo shoots. Essentially the goal that I'm trying to go for these is to make them look like stills out of a movie. At the end of the day, I just wanna make movies, but I don't have $100 million to go make the next big action movie. So I do them as photo stills. Here's what I'm talking about.
I find a piece of work that I like, being able to mimic it, and then as I'm mimicking, I'm able to put my own touch and own zhuzh into what I am doing.
So to find my next inspiration for this project, what I'm going to do is simply search Google for the most beautiful films out there. So I found this article on IndieWire.com titled "The Best Cinematography at the 21st Century." And being the cheat that I am, I just scroll down to the bottom to see who's #1. So it's a tie between The Assassination of Jesse James and The Tree of Life. Both absolutely beautiful movies. From there, just gonna Google Tree of Life cinematography and see what happens. So I see here, it's, don't get me wrong, it's absolutely stunning cinematography, but as stills, they don't communicate as much as I want them to. What sells it a little bit, obviously, is Jessica Chastain, and also these crazy epic locations that they were able to shoot in. So without going to those locations themselves, it's gonna be a little hard to recreate that look. And the stills don't really show like them really in action, which is more of what I wanna do, is showing more of these kind of characters in the middle of what they're going through emotionally. Or some actual physical action of in a fight sequence or something like that.
I would say books. Beautiful writing and music. Whenever I hear incredible lyrics or gorgeous lyrics, it always pops visual ideas in my head. Taking inspiration from things that inspire you is, you know, that's kind of my go-to.
So I'm gonna go check out The Assassination of Jesse James now and see how that looks. I mean, Roger Deakins is just an absolute genius. He's one of the best to ever do it. So obviously it's gonna look fantastic. I think also, again, what sells this is a bit of the locations. And there's obviously a lot of backlighting and this ominous vibe, but we can steal this kind of ominous shot and kind of recreate that in our own flair. I love this photo right here also. Again, seeing the sun just peek over the mountain with somebody walking over it, somebody on a horse, a wary traveler walking over a mountain right at sunrise, right at sunset, maybe a couple, where we can create that drama right there with it. A little bit of costume designing, and you got some really cool vibes, and that could be similar things with all different types of costumes.
I'm kind of like a no process is my process kind of guy. Anything and everything, starting with my life and how I'm feeling in the moment, and then other people's lives, conversations that I've had, books, social media, movies that I watch, stories I think up in my head. As a songwriter, just telling stories, so kind of anywhere and everywhere.
So I went through that list, and here's a bunch of ideas that I pulled. Let me show them to you.
anything I see that makes me laugh, kind of like clocking that and then exploring that. From a comedy standpoint, the easiest is like hanging out with my friends and we're like talking shit about something like, can you believe how expensive this bathing suit is or something, and then like that'll turn into a video. I think like sometimes your friends help you realize what's ridiculous in this world, and then that becomes inspiration.
Another great place I go to find inspiration is just other artists that are doing it on social media. Utilize different hashtags, different fan accounts to find the best content that other artists are making out there. I'm using other artists to help kind of inspire me to go, what can I change? One thing, two things, three things in that photograph to make it my own.
For me, I am inspired by beauty in all of its forms. So if I see something beautiful or hear something beautiful or think of something beautiful, anything like that inspires me to really just utilize all of that and put out more beauty for the world.
I get inspiration as an artist from pretty much everyone and everything around. I take other people's works that inspire me, like I see someone else's amazing creations, and that inspires me to create things, and then sometimes I'll see something random and that will inspire me. So pretty much everything around me can kind of inspire me and give me ideas or whatnot. And sometimes it just is random, and I'll, you know, create something that I have no idea what I'm going to create, and somehow I will create something cool. So, simply all around.
Inspiration doesn't come for those who are just sitting by waiting for inspiration to strike. You gotta go out, you gotta go look for it, whether it be a museum, online, with friends. As you see, there's so many ways to find inspiration. Go out, find some inspiration, and go make some art.